I've got some Saturday hauling to share with you guys today, and I'll go ahead and start off with the things I got from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. If you're a card holder, you did get to shop the sale a little bit earlier than others. So I'll go ahead and start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Glowing Pretty Skin Palette. This, when I first started seeing like the some of the early release pictures of what was going to be in the sale, I was like, I need to have that. Did I really? Probably not. But it's a 6-pan blush, contour, powder, highlighter type palette. It comes in a hard plastic packaging, and then inside are your 6 products. Each pan is 0.09 ounces a piece. There are 2 highlighters, which are these 2 shades, 2 blushes. I have got this blush right here, this top kind of peachy one, on my cheeks today, and then there's what they call a face powder and a contour powder. I think the blushes for my skin tone show up really nice. I do often feel like when companies release a face palette like this with, you know, several different products, that they should probably do 2 at the least in terms of skin tones, but it'd be nice to have a 3-level kind of light, medium, dark palette like this, because I feel like a lot of these shades are going to be too light for a medium, deeper skin tone. With that being said, I'm not crazy about the palette. It was 75 bucks, so it wasn't cheap. The highlighters are really subtle. If you like a subtle look on the face, like just a little bit of a highlight, a nice soft blush, a soft contour, you might really enjoy this palette. So let me go ahead and swatch the shades. So again, both of the blushes, this one here appears to kind of be a matte, but it does have a hint of like a satin finish, and this one has a bit of shimmer in it. So let me go ahead and swatch. This is what they call just a powder. So I'm assuming just an all over type face powder, and then a bronze and contour is this guy right here, which does have a bit of sparkle in it as well. And then your 2 blush shades. Again, this is the color I have on my face today. And these 2 blush shades are very, very similar. As you can see right there, they almost look the same in the viewfinder. And then you've got your highlighters. You've got a pinkier one and a more yellow toned one. And these are very subtle as well. So those are the shades, and you can see even on my light skin tone that those are some very light products. So that is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowing Pretty Skin Palette. Also from Charlotte Tilbury, I purchased the Pretty Pink Lipstick Duo, and this comes with 2 full-size lipsticks, and then also a lip cheat lip pencil in the shade Pillow Talk, which is my most used, most loved lip pencil ever. I actually have it on my lips today. Instead of swatching that new Pillow Talk, I'll just go ahead and swatch one of the ones that I'm using right now. Again, this is what I have on my lips today, and it comes with a full size in the set. And then there is 1 Matte Revolution lipstick and 1 regular lipstick. The Matte Revolution shade I probably won't get as much use out of, but the Blushing Dream I probably will. So this one is Rose Kiss, and it's one of the Matte Revolutions. Might be a good one for the fall time. Might give it a whirl then. And again, Charlotte Tilbury's Matte Revolution formula, for me, is one of the more comfortable matte lipsticks that is on the market, and they have a nice like vanilla scent to them, and they feel comfortable on the lips. And then this other color is called Blushing Dream, and it's just a really pretty rosy nude color right there. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. It was 60 bucks for the 2 lipsticks and the lip liner, and I know I will get a ton of use out of Pillow Talk. I go through those constantly. It's like my most used lip pencil, that one and Pink Venus. And then Tom Ford also had a set available, so I went ahead and purchased that, and it came in this really nice little type of keepsake box. And there's 2 mini lipsticks inside of here, and what I was really after was the quad, and then I was pleasantly surprised to see that one of the lipsticks I know that I'll probably wear a lot. Lately I hadn't bought any of the new like full-size Tom Ford lipsticks, just because my other ones had turned so fast. I'm hoping they've improved upon that issue, because a lot of my minis, like the boys and girls lipsticks, those ones are fine. It's my larger Tom Ford lipsticks that had kind of turned quicker. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you guys. There's a shade that I think I might I might purchase a full size because it's like right up my alley. So the quad that came in here is called Iris Bronze, and it's kind of supposed to be shades, a couple neutral shades, favorite ones from some of his other quads. All of the shades in here have some type of shimmer or sparkle to them. This one up here is kind of like a satin. Then you've got this one that's a matte, like a matte base with a little bit of like loose shimmers in it. You've got this one up here, which is a slightly shimmer metallic, and then you've got this bronze over here, which I would also call a shimmer shade. So there really isn't any true mattes in here. And Tom Ford, they used to make some of my favorite eyeshadows. I haven't worn a ton of his eyeshadows lately. I feel like when I first was introduced to Tom Ford eyeshadows, they were like the best on the market. And now shadows have gotten, on all different realms of brands and stuff, have gotten so good. I still think that they're really nice eyeshadows. I just don't get as much use out of them as I used to. I kind of wanted this because I do own, I think, almost all but maybe 2 of Tom Ford's quads. So it was kind of a collector type of thing for me. But at least I can swatch the shades for you guys. His shadows, especially his neutral ones, like the ones I'm swatching, they are really easy to blend and they give a really natural look on the eyes. It's an eyeshadow that you don't have to worry about working too much with and giving a nice soft eye look. So that is the Iris Bronze Quad. And then the 2 mini lipsticks that came in here are number 3 Casablanca, which I believe has been part of his permanent line for a while. And these are smaller than the Lips and Boys. These are like mini. So this is Casablanca, number 3. More like a fall shade again for me. Kind of a deep burgundy rose. And then this other color is number 57 Spiced Honey. And this is the one that I might actually purchase it in a full size because I think it's super pretty nude color. And it has a nice glossy finish to it. That will look stunning with Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. A little bit more sheer than Casablanca, but I do like that glossy, like nude lip look. And then the last thing that I purchased from the sale is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzing and Blush Powder. This is the box packaging. I snoozed too long on one of their summer bronzer launches that came in like the, it's like a dark wood packaging. And I have purchased both of the 2 bronzers that they release in the summertime for like the past 6 years. And I waited too long and I wasn't able to get it like sold out everywhere. If somebody knows where I could buy one of those, let me know, because I totally missed the boat on that one. So I wanted to go ahead and get this one, and I'm going to go ahead and be somehow and not swatch it because I can't bear to mess with the pattern just yet. I've actually got a few in this tin packaging that I haven't touched yet. They're kind of more like a collector piece for me, although I do like Guerlain bronzers. This is heavily fragranced, however, so if you want to use it and you're not into like fragrance powders, you probably will not like this. But it's a huge compact. There's 0.8 ounces of product in here, so it's gonna last forever if you do get one and use it. But that is what it looks like. And the gold portions, I know that the gold portions are an overspray, but you could use this portion for a blush and then this one for a bronzer. Yeah, I can smell the fragrance like right now. So that's everything I purchased at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Then next up, Kat Von D released some new Metal Crush highlighters in the individual form, and also some like liquid highlighters in a pen. I purchased one of those and then 2 of the pressed highlighter versions. The other 3 shades that came out with this Metal Crush single line, one was Gold School, which came out in her 10-year anniversary collection, and I really like that as well. And then the other 2 shades was a pink and a peach, and those look to be, and I haven't seen them in store yet, so I can't like fully confirm it, but those 2 look like the 2 shades that came out in her Metal Crush highlighter palette, which looks like this. So the other 2 shades look like the pink and the peach shade. I just looked online and the other 2 shades, the pink and the peach, are the 2 shades from this palette. I was really hoping that she would have came out with the center shade called Helix in this individual form, because that obviously was my favorite shade. I hit pan on the palette. I wasn't quite sure what to expect in terms of the shades for these 2 that I did purchase, which is called Gravitron, and then the other one is Stephonik. Nice hard plastic packaging, 0.18 ounces in each one. But I'm happy to say that I really like Gravitron. I can't say so much on Stephonik yet because I haven't worn it yet. I feel like I have to have like a real cool tone eye look on to maybe wear this guy. But the formula is the same as the Metal Crush palette, which I really like. I know some people really like it, some people really don't. I feel like the magic happens with these products when you really buff them into the skin. It gives the skin a really wet look to it while still letting your own skin kind of shine through it, which is really unique, I think. When you first swatch them, like with your fingers, they come off chunky. It's when you really buff them in that I feel like kind of the magic happens. But I have got Gravitron on today with a little bit of the liquid highlighter, which I'll also show you in a minute, underneath it. So this one is Gravitron. And it looks really yellow in the pan, but on the skin it doesn't look so yellow. It actually has kind of a shift of a bit of a pink to it. So that one's Gravitron, and then I'll go ahead and kind of buff it in. So you can just see the look it gives the skin. And then here is Stephonik, which is a blue. And again, I haven't worn this one yet. And then I'll buff it in, which I don't feel like it's too blue or it's going to be like scary though. But I haven't put it on yet. You can, there you can see kind of the pink shift in the top shade. I still hope she comes out with the shade Helix in the individual form. I really was hoping that if she released them individually that Helix was going to be part of the range, but it's not. So I did get one of the liquid highlighters, and the shade that I purchased is called Helix. I didn't even notice the name. Please come out with the Helix shade in the pressed powder format. Please. Anyway, they have it in the liquid pen version. Again, I do have this on underneath the Gravitron highlighter on the top of my cheekbones today. I did kind of pounce it on, but I didn't blend too much because I noticed that if I overdid it, like pouncing it on, I could tell it was going to probably start lifting up my makeup. That's what it looks like. Little foam tip applicator. And it does have a ton of like sparkles in it. And it almost has a more hydrating feel to it, so that's what's going to like allow that powder to kind of really stick to it to get a really high shine, which I like that it doesn't dry down to a real like really dry feeling. So that's Helix in the liquid formula, and then this is what the packaging looks like. Next up, I finally got my hands on the Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Lip Balm, the clear version. I purchased that one first because the tinted versions weren't available on the website yet, on the Sephora website, and then those came out in the interim, so I did purchase Nude Astral. Both of these have a really nice feel on the lips. The white packaging I just love. I do enjoy Pat McGrath's lip products, so that's what the packaging looks like. So the clear one, it really makes your lips look super, super hydrating just like by putting it on. It has this nice like shine to it, and it feels really comfortable. So let me just swatch it and see if it'll kind of come across on camera. It is just a clear balm. You can see that. It's just a really nice shiny balm. Let's see, it's a clear. And the tinted one that I purchased is called Nude Astral. And this here I thought was going to be a little bit more of a nude shade, but on the lips, this pulls very, very pink. It has some really fine like shimmer glitters that show up very, very pink on the lips. But I don't feel like it feels gritty though. So kind of the balm portion of that will kind of sink into the lips and wear off a little bit, and then you'll be left with some really shiny pinks in there, which I think it's really, really pretty. I do want to purchase, I think it's the one that looks like a kind of a golden shade, not the bronze one, but the gold color. This here I thought was going to be more nude, and it's actually, it really is more of a pink than anything. And then next up, Too Faced sent me a PR package with all of their melted Matte-Tallic, or it's called Matte-Tallic because it's a matte liquid lipstick with a metallic type of finish to it. It's kind of hard to say. They sent them all to me, and I have got 2 of them on my lips today. I've had it on for about 3 hours, this combination, and I am not the best one to give advice on liquid lipsticks because I don't have enough experience with them. I've tried a few, and I'm just not a liquid lipstick fan. Again, I've had this one on for about 3 hours, and it still looks nice, and it's been lasting really well, but I do wish to, like, you know, like mush my lips together with a balmy feeling. I'm just used to that kind of a deal, and reapply lipstick and stuff like that. Again, these feel comfortable. It's not drying out my lips like I have tried some where I'm like, oh my, I could not wait to take it off. So far so good on that, but in terms of giving a really good review and comparing them against other lipsticks, I probably am not the best because I haven't tried enough of them. But I figured I could swatch all the shades for you guys because you guys will probably have a lot better opinions on liquid lipsticks than me, because I know it's been a big craze for a while now. So the two shades that I have on my lips today are the shade Sugar Kisses, and I put on Sugar Kisses first and kind of let it dry down a little bit, and then I topped it with the Magic Metal Transformer. It's a liquefied metallic lip transformer, and I put it on the back of my hand and used my finger and I tapped it over the top, and the combination of these two kind of gives that effect of that eyeshadow that I really love, which it's like a light purple with a shift of a blue pink duochrome to it. I just love that eyeshadow. It's like Makeup Geek's blacklight eyeshadow kind of, and I kind of feel like that's the effect it gave my lips when I layered it over the Sugar Kisses. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these two individually and just get into swatching all of the shades for you guys. Hopefully it's helpful and you can kind of see if there's any of the colors that you would like. In terms of like transfer, you know, I don't really get anything. I do have Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk lined and kind of faded inwards before I put on the Sugar Kisses lipstick. Before I started filming too, I ate a ton of popcorn. That's a total side note. But I still think it looks pretty decent. So here is the Magic Metal Transformer. There's 0.23 ounces of product in each of these. I think the packaging is really nice on them. Doe foot applicator. So this is the Transformer, and there's only one of the Transformers. And that particular shift in shade, I just live for it. And then here's the shade Sugar Kisses. Right there. And then this next shade is called Bitch, I'm Two-Faced. It's kind of like a red-orange color. Not sure about that name, but there's that guy. Then we've got Scream My Name, which is a purple. Followed by Breakup Makeup. That's the name of the shade. This color is really pretty as well. That would look great with Charlotte Tilbury's Pink Venus lip cheat. Then there is Faking It, which is a nude. That one is Faking It. Followed by Our Lips Are Sealed, which this kind of almost looks like a NARS Orgasm type color with like some gold shimmer in it. Right there, what's that called? Our Lips Are Sealed, that one. And then You Better Work, which is another kind of a nude brown color. So that one is You Better Work. They're showing up really true in the viewfinder too. Then we've got the shade I Dare You, which is kind of a magenta purple. I just realized this is going to be a lot of fun trying to get these off. So that one is called I Dare You. And then you've got I Wanna Rock With You. It's like a burgundy shade. That one's I Wanna Rock With You. Then we've got the Real Teal, which is a teal blue. Right there. This shade is kind of a bronzy shade. It's called Give It To Me. A bronzy brown. That one's Give It To Me. And then the last two, this one is Caffeine Queen, and it is like it's a brown with a slight hint of like a purplish hue to it. Right there, that one is called Caffeine Queen. And the very last one is a nude shade, and it is called Pillow Talk, which this would probably look really pretty with Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk as well, or her iconic nude lip cheat. Right there. So that one is called Pillow Talk. So they all have really good pigmentation. Again, those top two are the ones that I have on the Lip Transformer with that pretty pink shade. A big thank you to Too Faced for sending those over. I'm going to play around with them. I really have been impatient, if you will, with liquid lipsticks. Granted that I've had this one on for a couple hours and I haven't wanted to like wipe it off yet. Says so far so good to me. Then when I was in Sephora the other day, I saw that Sephora had the new single eyeshadows out. So I was kind of checking them out and whatever. And this shade caught my eye. And it's kind of like that shade of the Transformer, this matte lipstick kind of that I showed you guys. It's the Magic Metal Transformer. It's that purple bluish duochrome pinky type of color that I'm obsessed with. It's kind of like that. So this is number 361 Unicorn Dust. And it doesn't swatch that great, but with a flat shader packed on a sticky base, you can get a pretty like sheen to it. But it does take some building up to get that out of it. So that is called Unicorn Dust number 361. And the thing with these new single shadows from the Sephora brand is the bottom half of the compact flips open. Like the bottom pulls down and then the eyeshadow can come out and you can remove it. And the sticker with the name is on the back as well, which is a very nice touch. So you can remove the little eyeshadows and put them in a magnetic palette or something like that, which I really like that. I also purchased this It Brushes for Ulta makeup brush because I just felt like I had to have it. It's like super unique. It Cosmetics makes really nice, super soft synthetics. This is no different. Very soft brush, but it is in the shape of a star. And then the handle kind of has this green like holographic type look to it. It's cute. And then lastly, I did get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina eyeshadow palette. I've worn it for the past 3 days now. And, you know, it follows suit with Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, I feel. I didn't have the trouble that a lot of people had with the Subculture palette. I kind of feel like that was the most controversial. I didn't have that much trouble using that palette, and I didn't have any trouble using this palette. It kind of follows suit with Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, which for me, they're pigmented, they blend very well, but they're also a very soft eyeshadow, so I can't use like the blending side of the brush that's included in here because it'll just kick up too much product because the brush is stiff. It's a double-ended synthetic with a flat. If you have an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, it's that same brush. They could switch it up by now, just saying. Using that blender brush and these shadows would just go poof, the powder would be everywhere. I do have fallout with these eyeshadows. I have fallout with the shimmer and I also have fallout with the matte shades. I did notice when I was using these shimmer shades, I'd use Dreamer, Summer, I think I used all of them. I even used Drama. A little bit of flex had gotten in my eyes when I was packing them on the lid. There was a slight burning sensation, not to the point where I had to go like wash it off, but just the little flex had a little slight tingle in my eyes, which is just something to make note of. Kind of like a few of like Kat Von D's palettes have done that to me in the past. But in any event, the top shade are all kind of really shiny metallics. These are only 0.02 ounces, so really small pans in terms of the amount of product that you're getting in a palette. And then I did read that this Soul shade was supposed to be a matte color. Like I think it was Norvina that said it was a matte. That shade is not a matte shade. It has got sparkles in it. It's almost like a satin finish to it. Base isn't matte, it's also like a satin, it's got a shine to it, and so is the shade Love. So you've got these two and the shade Love, which are more of a satin. They do provide a shine to the skin. They're not like a full-blown matte. So ideally, there are only 4 true matte eyeshadows in here, at least in my opinion. The shade Incense, Volatile, Eccentric, and Passion are the 4 matte eyeshadows in here. So I have got this palette on my eyes today. And again, the shades are pigmented and they blend very well, but I do get fallout with almost every shade that I use, and I do tap my brush off. In addition to when I pick them up, I do a little tap and I still get some fallout from them. It's not a deal breaker for me because it brushes off my face relatively easily. But other than that, I do really enjoy ABH eyeshadow palettes. I did read some other things where they said there were some vibrant colors in here. Again, I've used like every shade in here and I don't feel like any of the shades are vibrant. I mean, I wear some vibrant eyeshadows. These are just kind of subdued. I feel like they're easy to wear. So if you're kind of nervous about purples or some of these colors, I feel like this is a really safe palette if you want to kind of venture into some purples and pinks and stuff like that. Right here. It's crazy because they're so small. I always feel like when I swatch an ABH palette that I'm using a substantial amount of product because they're only 0.02 ounces per pan. But yeah, the metallic shades in here are just stunning. I like them a lot. Super shiny. And then these next ones. I do wish that those 3 shades in the bottom that I wish they were a true matte. That would have made me like the palette a bit more, but not that I don't like it, because I do like it, but I just wish that those shades were matte. True matte eyeshadows. So there's the top row, and then here's the bottom row. And the last 4. So there are the swatches for the Norvina by Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. So that is everything for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.